We all have a purpose. I believe that we all have a purpose, but we all don't know exactly what the purpose is, or even to some degree, never truly find out, discover, or recognize. Oftentimes, I think that the true purpose gets ignored. It gets rejected because it isn't necessarily what you want it to be. But at the end of the day, we have a purpose. And I think I'm getting closer to truly understanding and recognizing my purpose. And I want others to seek and find their purpose for essentially what good it will do and bring to this world and to them in turn. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be simple. It's not going to be without a fight. But you can't give up. You can't quit. Sometimes I make these videos and I have to remind myself that I'm not talking to this camera or this phone or this microphone. I'm literally talking to myself, talking to me. Do not quit. Do not stop. Do not give up. Do not get distracted. Again, keep going. Push through. What you will ultimately receive on the other side may not necessarily look exactly how you would hope or expect it to, but it's going to be exactly what you need. And I find these small victories, these wins in this big, huge battle, and I'm doing better at accepting them and identifying them and using them to continuously recharge, re-energize, and continue on down this path, this journey that I am blindingly, like just in the dark, going down, assuming that this is the right direction. It has to be. It has to be. And recently, I've gone through and made some changes, trying to really focus my attention and my energy exactly where I want it to be, but then also realizing that my attention and focus is also being somewhat, there's a percentage of it that goes where it needs to be. And there are some people that I talk to on a regular basis that I never really knew how much of an impact I had on them and their lives at a time when their lives are quite possibly the most challenging, if not right up there, top 3 most challenging parts of their lives. And in addition to getting older and up in age and all the challenges and complexities that we have on us all existing and in this time, there are other weights, there are other struggles added, burdens. But then you get thrown for a loop. It's never really quite what it seems, right? So, in my infinite wisdom, I said, you know what? I need you. I need you to talk. I need you to talk candidly, vulnerably, explicitly, naturally, raw. I need you to talk. And it serves multiple purposes. The first one being getting it out, getting your feelings out, in the open, talking through your own personal problems and struggles and identifying solutions, ways to manage and mediate your own challenges of money, career, relationships, marriage, inevitably divorce, children. There's a lot going on at one time. There's a lot of weight. And this is just one person in particular. And I know that this is not only isolated to this one person, but this is one of the people that I talk to on a regular basis. Somewhat of a mentoring, coaching, supportive role that I have inevitably found myself in, as I've placed myself in unknowingly, but I'm not complaining about it at all. And in addition to getting these thoughts and feelings and emotions out, I know, or at least I feel very confident and or hope that this will also help others who may find themselves in similar situations or are in similar situations or quite possibly have been, and they can also provide some help and some support. It's really an unselfish reason for doing this, but then I realize exactly why. I see why I've chosen to take a different path and go a different direction. And it's because you can't escape the evil of this world. And I mean this world in general, but this world being YouTube, this world being social media, this world being a faceless platform besides those of the creators who choose to put themselves out there day in and day out and then be subjected to the backlash and more so the lack of compassion and sheer stupidity and ignorance and evil and hatred that exists out there solely to kick a man while he's down. It's unbelievable. It's unreal. I wish I could share it with you, but I don't want to perpetuate this cycle and spread it. But it's too bad. It's sad. It's unfortunate that someone is literally going through one of the hardest times in their lives and pouring their hearts out for themselves and for others to only be criticized and mocked and bullied and belittled and berated and any possible, negative that you can consider in response to someone literally just something as trivial, simple, rudimentary as someone who appears to be physically extremely strong weeping and crying on camera to get it out, only to be met with objection and criticism and unnecessary destructive criticism. It's not constructive, it's destructive, with ideally the sole purpose of convincing you to bottle it up inside, bury it, don't talk about it, don't share it, don't try to solve the problem, don't try to help anybody else. But why are you here? Why did you choose to show up here? You weren't forced to be here. Why are you trying to make somebody else's life worse than it already is, as you can obviously see here? Why is this what we do? Why is this what is done? Well, I know why. And that why is going to exist long after I'm gone. But another thing that I know is that you mustn't give up. You mustn't quit. You mustn't stop. No matter how hard it may seem, no matter how much you might want to, no matter who tells you otherwise, you can't stop. You can't quit. There's more at stake, and you're almost there. You didn't come all this way just to stop and turn around now. No, not at all. Ignore them. Kill them with kindness. But don't let them silence you. Don't let them prevent you from what you know should, needs to, and must be done. This is yet another instance and clear example as to why we need the opposition. We need the inverse. We need more of the good. We need more positivity. We need more of the uplifting, and we need more of the offering of hope and a handout to help, and an ear to listen, a shoulder, someone to lean on, even if you don't know who they are. Even if they're a complete stranger, even if you've never seen them before on YouTube, but somehow, some way, for some reason, YouTube showed them to you. For some reason, YouTube put them on your homepage, and you were compelled to click on the video. I think that we can make this better. I think that we can be better. I think that we can help others without an agenda, without an ulterior motive, without any physical or monetary gain to come back to you immediately from what you've done. I think we can do that. I'm going to try. I'm going to continue to try. I'm going to continue engaging and connecting and communicating with folks who I think really need it and need an honest opinion, the perspective of a man, and motivational, uplifting, and sound logic and judgment. Someone who is compassionate and capable and able of putting themselves in other people's shoes and really providing an unbiased opinion on a situation and offering, if not one, more than one, multiple options and solutions with possible outcomes, helping others to achieve success and greatness, accomplish goals, improve their lives, build something better, build something great, and ask that they pay it forward. I'll try. I'll try. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I don't want you to either. Maybe this is one of those videos that YouTube decides to put on your homepage and show to you that you decide to click on, and for some reason the comment section will read, "I don't know how I ended up here, but I'm glad I'm here." And if you're one of the others who's thinking about going into the comment section to try and tear folks down and tear them apart, just know that you can't. You have no power here. I hope that if that is your thought and that is your opinion, then I hope that over time you stick around and you come around and you realize and you see that there's more to this. This world can be so much better. We can be so much better. We don't need to be evil. We don't need to be nasty. We don't need to be so detrimental to ourselves and destructive to each other. There's no reason for that. We can just as easily be helpful and supportive and kind and every other good that there could be for others, just the same. So, yeah. And this is coming from somebody who has been through a lot, is going through a lot, and is taking it upon themselves or himself, myself, to make a drastic change that's not easy to do for what I believe is something bigger, something better, something greater. So don't quit, don't stop, don't give up. And if you see somebody, if you hear somebody, if you watch somebody else in that situation who is literally just trying to find who they are and find their people and find their community and find love and find happiness, try to show it to them. Please, for me.